When my dad died, I was trying to contemplate how to mourn his loss. And he was a very remarkable man, and he was very sick. He got very sick, spent 5 months in ICU, and he got ICU fever. He had a brain operation, he fell out of bed, he broke his ribs, he had a stomach operation, and he became quite demented. But one day I visited him in hospital and he was crystal clear, absolutely crystal clear. And he asked me about one of my children who's a particularly gifted kid, and asked them about something in their life, and I told him about my child. And I left the hospital, I came back in the afternoon, and my dad was demented again. And when he passed away, he had written a letter in those 20 minutes of being okay after I'd left the hospital. He had written a letter about the future of one of my children going to one of the most expensive institutions in South Africa. And in the letter he wrote, I, Ian William Mitchell Dyer, declare that my grandchild so-and-so must go to this institution and be paid for by my trust. And it was just this most remarkable thing. When he died, I was part of his executive, and I got his will, and this letter was the front page of his will. And every day for about 6 weeks, I held my dad's will in my hand with this incredible gift for one of my children. And I held the Bible in the other hand. I don't know why I did it, but that's what I did. I held these two documents, and I would just sit and I would pray. And I'd say, God, thank you for my dad, and please show yourself to me. And one day, as clear as day, I felt God say to me, if this is the will of a sick father, how much more? Just say that with me, how much more? The will of a healthy father. I started to read the Bible a number of years ago in a completely different way. I started to read the Bible as a son. And please, ladies, I said it last week, when I say son, I'm not being gender insensitive. I'm being culturally radical. The Bible doesn't say son and daughter, it says son. And the reason why was because that culture would not give women inheritances. So when the Bible says you're a son of God, it is basically meaning whatever your gender is, you have exactly the same privileges as a firstborn son. So when I say son of God, I'm talking to you too, man. It's the theology of being a son. Not son and daughter, a son. The theology of being a son of God. And say this with me before we go into it. How much more? How much more? Those are the words I believe we should be living by as sons and daughters of God. Luke 3 and verse 33. The son of Amminadab, the son of Ram, the son of Hezron, the son of Perez, the son of Judah, the son of Jacob, the son of Isaac, the son of Abraham, the son of Terah, the son of Nahor, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, the son of God. Before I talk about Adam, the son of God, Cain and Abel just disappears out of the story. And right now I'm telling you, wherever you're sitting in Klerksdorp, Potchefstroom, or on the south coast of Natal, in Cape Town, or in Australia, the worst part of our story just disappears under Christ. He just takes those things away that embarrass us, those things that are harmful to us, those things that we regret and we wish we could hide. He just takes them away, like he took Cain and Abel away from the story of Adam. But what it says here, it says Adam was the son of God. And so from Genesis chapter 1, if you can use my hands as brackets, we're not all set up with fancy equipment. But from Genesis 1, God wanted to reveal himself to man as a father. And he calls Adam his son. God says to Israel, Israel is my firstborn son. Let's have another go at revealing myself to you as father. And Israel messed it up. Solomon is my son. I will be his father and he will be my son. So he gives him another chance. And Solomon messes it up. And so God closes the whole of the Old Testament in Malachi chapter 4 with these words. I will turn the hearts of the fathers to the sons and the sons to the fathers, lest I strike the earth with a curse. And so it starts in Genesis, has another go in Exodus, has another go in 2 Samuel chapter 7, and closes the Old Testament off with the father heart of God trying to burst into mankind to reveal himself to us as Father and for us to understand what it means to be sons.